Coming up next, I've got, I believe, is a 1974 Suzuki TS50. Pretty much what you see is what I've got. It doesn't have any of the meters or lighting, all that stuff's long gone. I do have the muffler, the cylinder, and the cylinder head. The frame number is TS50-77000, which according to a little bit of internet research looks like it's a 74. 71 or 72 to 74, whatever years these things were built, can't remember off the top of my head. I'm also pretty sure they were all the same. I don't think there's any variation other than maybe the colors, graphics, that kind of stuff. I think all the engine and chassis parts are interchangeable as far as I know. Well, the story with this one was I got this in a package deal probably about 5 years ago. One of my good friends wanted it for his kid to ride, so he pulled the cylinder off and took it to a shop. The river flooded. The guy's shop was underwater for he couldn't even get to the cylinder for, well, my buddy couldn't get it back for like a year or two. Well, basically by the time he finally got around to it, his kid had pretty much lost interest in the bike and was pretty much outgrown it and everything else. So I got it back after about 5 years. It is what it is. The rims aren't in too terrible shape. There's a little bit of light rust down on the spoke nipples and a little bit on the spokes on the back wheel. Front wheel, a little tiny bit of pitting here and there, but not too bad. Fork's got some pretty heavy rust up on the fork ears and some rust down below. Looks like maybe the sliding area might be good. Looks to be the original front fender. The gas tank's not terrible. It's got a pretty crappy paint job on it. Definitely done by a 10-year-old kid or something. Imagine that. Hasn't run since I've got it, as far as we know. I mean, it had spark and everything, so as far as we know, all it needed was rings to run, or, well, I believe it needed board. I believe the cylinder does need board. I can't remember the bore size. It's got a homemade seat cover, not very nice. Shocks are in so-so shape. Back fender's obviously been painted. Spark plug wire hanging down there. Now, like I said, I do have the cylinder, the head, and the exhaust pipe. Got a blue side cover over here. The inside of the tank doesn't look terrible. Actually, one of the better ones I've seen for this era. It's not too bad. Fairly complete, minus all the lighting. Of course, somebody wanted to be a dirt bike rider and tore all that stuff off probably when it was still new. The left fork does have some pitting maybe on the sliding area. I'll have to scrub them up, see if I can get any of that off there, see if they're usable or not. Hasn't been washed up at all. TS50-7770. That's about all I know, and that's about all I got. Be some pretty good little parts here for restoration. These are pretty popular. Done one before, and seems like there's some good interest in these bikes, so we'll do another one. Thanks for looking.